And we're connected. I wasn't sure if that was going to work out or not. Okay. So, hey everybody, Laura Fangman here with today's Mash the Button Community Connection, and I'm here with Russell Erickson from ADT. I had a really fantastic conversation with him yesterday, and so we've got some really exciting stuff to share. But before we do that, do you want to kind of tell people who you are and what you do?
Sure. So I'm Russell Erickson, definitely with ADT Security. Been in the business since 1995 and was a technician for 22 of those years. New to sales, but it's a great place to be with the technology and home automation things, especially the ADT Go app that we're talking about today. There's a lot of really cool stuff that I know a lot about.
Awesome. So the beauty of this is he knows it literally backwards and forwards, and so that's a really great thing. Not just here's a new thing for you to buy, but here's how it works and why it works and all of that kind of stuff. I actually met Russell through a networking group here locally, which has been just a tremendous resource, especially with me not being from here, being able to meet other service professionals and things like that. So the exciting thing, now obviously Russell does my ADT for my own personal house and my neighbors on the street and pretty much everybody else. So interestingly, the way their stuff works, if you know of someone who needs a home security system, call Russell. Like obviously we're here in Knoxville, but if you're in Atlanta or I don't know, Boise or LA and you want a security system, call Russell, because all of that stuff, you don't actually have to be licensed state by state like in real estate. But he has a network just like we have a network. And so he can make sure that you are set up with the right person who's qualified to help you. So keep that in mind. But the reason that we are here today and that I'm so excited is we were talking yesterday about a new feature that ADT just rolled out like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
It's called ADT Go. Do you want to kind of run us? It's an app. It's not the same as your home security system. It's completely different. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the benefit there, the features?
Okay. So with ADT Go, you can take ADT with you and have some protection with you. Things like your family location and notifications. So if you want to know when somebody arrives, one of your kids gets to school or if they get to work and they're driving, it'll give you a notification that they did arrive safely. As well as crash detection, which is part of the app that will detect if someone has a crash. It's not just by accident you drop your phone on the floor while you're driving in the car, you hit a stop light and you stop quickly, your phone hits the floor. It's much more integrated than that. It's going to actually detect if you do have a crash, and in the unlikely event that you did crash, ADT is going to reach out to you, call to make sure everything's okay, see if they need to send emergency responders. They have your location because it's on the GPS, and they can also notify family members, as well as, in a hectic situation like that, what hospital did he go to? I don't know. You can look on the app and see the location of the person, where they're at exactly, what hospital, and even check in. So the app also does text messaging and things like that. But other than that, we have a one-button emergency response or SOS button, which is really cool. If you're walking in a bad part of town or you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, you can take out the phone, open up the app, and press the SOS button. And as soon as that circle completes its full round, you will be online connected with an ADT operator that's on a recorded line that will actually know your location and be able to dispatch help if something goes wrong, or if you're uncomfortable. It's a real nice safety feature, especially them knowing exactly where you're at. And speaking of it, knowing exactly where you're at, we also have a roadside assistance feature that will get you, even if you're not in your car, but if you're in somebody else's car, and you got stuck, they were locked out, ran out of gas, needed jump, we can send somebody out. We'll have your exact location through the GPS to bring out some gas, unlock your car, or give you a jump start. So very similar to AAA with the roadside assistance. So also there's also driver reports. If you choose to turn this feature on your location, it can also give a driver report. So things like phone usage, if you're hard braking or hard accelerating. So if you have a new driver in the family, these are kind of cool to be able to kind of monitor those types of things and see what's going on. And we challenge each other in my family. You know, hey, you had more phone usage than I had. Look, you had a rapid acceleration. So anyway, it's kind of fun to be able to keep up with that.
Fun and helpful. And it's funny you say that, because today it also tells you when the other members of your family have low battery. It says, hey, so-and-so has this much % battery. Let them know they need to charge their phone. That's very helpful, actually, in some circumstances. So today I texted Jeff and I said, hey, I don't even know how somebody gets to 1%, but he did. And I got a notification that said he's at 1%. Remind him to charge his phone. So I sent him a text and I said, hey, you're at 1%. Charge your phone. And he texted me back and said, hey, quit doing that rapid acceleration thing at Kingston Pike and Campbell Station.
Nice.
It works both ways, apparently. It's not just my magic. But it is really cool. And there are things that I can grasp, right, mentally wrap my head around. And then there are things that it's just too much. I don't need that much technology. And when he first started explaining this, I was starting to wonder, is this going to be something I'm going to use, or is it going to be an app that I have to search for and know where the right button to push is? It's so simple. I'm going to be using this daily. We have 14 different ways to text message each other, so that may not be the necessary way to text, but maybe you have kids with iPods instead of phones, and you have an Android and they can't iMessage you. This is a way that you can communicate. And then it does, it knows when someone has left. I found out when my daughter got to school this morning, because it sent me a little message and told me where she was and that she had left the house. Do you know this? I don't know if this is a feature yet or not, or if it's something that maybe will come. Can you adjust the geofence that locates you at your house?
Great question. I'm not sure I have an answer for that, but I can find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're talking about the location for your house?
Yeah. So where we live, we're very close to a shopping center. And so when we leave our subdivision, and it seems like it's a long way away, but once we get to where we're going, we're actually very close to our house. And right now our geofence is set so that it looks like we're home when we're actually not. So
yeah, that's going to be, I can look into that.
And that might come on a future update or something too. So, and I was looking on the App Store for ADT Go yesterday, and they did, I think, 3 different updates just yesterday, but it literally shows you on there it was released 2 weeks ago. So here's the big deal for people in general, or for, especially for realtors. This is a safety feature that can work for you. Now, I was concerned when Russ was telling me about the button, and you push it, and I'm afraid the police are going to come. What if I don't really need the police, but maybe I do and I'm not quite sure? And I explained a situation that I'd actually had over the summer where there was a gentleman following me, broad daylight, and lots of people around. I wasn't immediately concerned about my well-being, but I was concerned enough that I was by myself, and I'd wished that I'd had someone, and I was actually on the phone with a credit card company at the time because I was out of town, and I was trying to explain to them why it was okay that I could use my credit card in another town. And the gentleman was following me, and I said to the lady on the phone, can you just stay on the line with me for a minute? There's someone following me that I don't know, and I'm really uncomfortable. Well, what was that lady on the credit card line going to do? She was probably in Arizona or something. She didn't know where I was. But with this, it doesn't necessarily have to be a life or death situation. This can be something where you get that feeling.
You're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You just need someone on the phone.
You just need somebody there with you.
God forbid something did happen. They got your location right there. They've got it on a recorded line.
Yeah. So I really love that idea. Realtor safety is such an important topic right now. Unfortunately, it is becoming more and more so. This is something that you can use on showings. This is something that you can use when you're sitting in open house. Please don't do those things by yourself with people you don't know. If you're sitting in open house, have someone with you. There are things you can do to hopefully mitigate some of those potential issues. But this gives you the opportunity to, with literally the press of your thumb, connect with someone who can help you. Because let's say you're feeling weird and something does escalate. Well, now you can, if you connect to ADT and they call you and you don't answer, they're sending the police to where they know you are because you just touched your phone. So even if you're in a situation where you can't do something, they can do it for you. Now,
this is it right here.
Oh, yeah. Can you push it a little closer so they can see? It's kind of like when you do a Snapchat. See the circle going around?
Once I hit that button, if that ring completes, I'll have an operator on the line.
So Facebook Messenger does the same thing. If you're leaving a video, you just hit it and you can talk until it goes around. Instagram does it. Snapchat does it. So it's the same concept. And if you hold that button down until the circle completes, then you get connected to somebody. Here's the beautiful part, and I think this is really, really incredible. I happened to find out about this because I'm an ADT customer, and Russell and I were talking about different things that were going on with the company. You don't have to be an ADT customer. So because I'm a customer, I get some of these features. So some of these things I can use no matter what. I've upgraded, and I pay $10 a month to have that SOS feature because to me it's that important. And there's something else I think that's included in the other one.
Yeah,
now,
with the it's crash detection.
Yeah.
For the $9.99 a month, it'll also include the crash detection, and it'll also include the roadside assistance and location-based dispatch, basically.
There you go.
But if you're an ADT customer and you want to use the ADT Go app, it is actually included now with your service. So for locations, check-in, and one thing we were talking about, if we're going to meet for lunch, my wife and I are going to go meet lunch, and we're going to meet at Cheddar's. I can check in when I get there. And, if she thought I was talking about the wrong one, she can see which one I'm actually at.
That's a great thing. And that's part of your service already. And we've already fooled with it quite a bit. And I know that as a mom, it makes me really happy to be able to know what's going on and who's going where. Everybody's a little bit different. But I think it's amazing that we have this option, and it's not just a phone a friend. It's not just a button that goes directly to your broker or to your husband or something like that. This connects you with people who can actually do something and know where you are, whether you tell them that or not. I think, if I remember right, if you are not an ADT customer, I think it's $14.99 a month. But seriously, guys, I pay that for Netflix, and Netflix isn't going to save my life anytime soon, right?
True.
So this is incredible. I think this is a really amazing opportunity, and I think more people really ought to know about it. It's brand new. It just came, like we said, in the last couple of weeks. So there's a good chance that a whole bunch of people don't. Please feel free to share this video with anybody that you think might benefit from it. I have the link to Russell's page in the description there, but you're welcome to reach out to either of us, and we'll make sure that we get you the information you need. And you can also look in the App Store. So the app is right there. If you're already an ADT customer, you might need to talk to somebody to have it connected with what you've already got. But
and if you got any questions or you want to get in touch with me about anything at all, and like she said, Laura said, anywhere in the United States, help people. We have FaceTime and a telephone. Questions are easy. So through email, we can send out a technician in your location. If you're in Washington State, it doesn't matter. There's an office up there. ADT has an office all over the nation. So anywhere you're at, it doesn't matter. I can help you with your security. And the link to my page that she's talking about is Smart Living. My contact information is on their email and telephone number. So if you'd like to get in touch, please feel free.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. And I should mention too, Russell's with ADT Corporate. So the actual company, I know there are a lot of companies out there that are authorized distributors or retailers or something like that.
Authorized dealers.
They use the ADT products, but they're their own company. Russell's actually with ADT. So if you have questions, reach out to either of us. All of our information, if you're watching this video on Facebook, should be pretty easily available to you. But I really hope you'll look into it. And I'm really excited about this feature and what it has to offer for everybody. So, anything else?
Well, last, I guess in closing, we got some pretty good deals on home security. If you've been thinking about it, or you're on the fence, in December, now's the time to do something. We can get you a really good deal hooking up your home.
Awesome.
We just did for Laura yesterday.
We have some upgrades coming. So, very good. All right, well, that'll be it for today. If anybody has any questions, please reach out. And other than that, we really appreciate your time and taking a look. I'm Laura Fangman with the Mission Team, and we're on a mission to bring you home. Bye, guys.